Hello, and welcome to Daily English Whisper. My name is Max, and I'm very happy you are here with me today. Take a slow breath, relax your face, and let your mind become calm. Today, we will do something very special. The title of this episode is Describe Your Feelings in English. And in this lesson, you will learn how to express your emotions in a simple, natural way. Not with difficult words, not with long explanations, but with clear, real English that you can use in your daily life. Maybe you feel like this. You understand many words, but when you want to talk about your feelings, you don't know what to say. Or maybe you only use very basic words. I'm happy, I'm sad, I'm okay. And after that, you stop because you don't have more words. Or maybe you feel something very specific, but English feels too limited. Like your emotions are bigger than your vocabulary. And sometimes you think, I need more advanced words. I need to study more grammar first. But here is the truth. You don't need complicated vocabulary to describe your feelings. You don't need perfect sentences. You need simple expressions that feel real and personal. That is the big idea for today. Small emotional descriptions, repeated many times, can help you speak more naturally. Because feelings are not only words, they are experiences, moments, reactions, and when you learn to describe them, even in a simple way, your English becomes more alive, more human, more you. So today, we will explore emotions together. Not in a boring way, but in real situations that you can imagine and feel. Let me ask you a simple question. What does it mean to describe your feelings? It means you say how you feel and why. Not only one word, but a small idea, a small picture. For example, instead of saying, I'm tired, you can say, I feel tired because I didn't sleep well last night. You add a reason. You make it more real. And this is very powerful for your English. Because when you describe feelings, you don't speak like a robot. You speak like a person. Now, let's practice this together. I will say a sentence. Then, you repeat after me. Slowly, calmly, with your voice. Listen first. I feel a little nervous because this place is new for me. Now, repeat with me. I feel a little nervous because this place is new for me. Again, I feel a little nervous because this place is new for me. Good. You don't need to understand every word. Just follow the sound. Now, another one. Listen. I feel strangely calm, even though everything is changing. Now, repeat. I feel strangely calm, even though everything is changing. Again, I feel strangely calm, even though everything is changing. Very nice. Now notice something. These sentences are not very long, but they show something deeper. Not just happy or sad, but a feeling with a situation. Let's try one more. Listen. I feel a bit disconnected, like I'm not fully here. Now repeat. I feel a bit disconnected, like I'm not fully here. Again. I feel a bit disconnected, like I'm not fully here. Very good. Maybe this feeling is new for you. Maybe you have felt it, but never said it in English. And that's okay. Today, You are giving words to your feelings. And remember, it's okay if your pronunciation is not perfect. It's okay if you feel slow. This is a process, a small daily habit that will grow over time. Just stay with the rhythm and keep speaking. Now, let's talk about something very important. The main question: how can you describe your feelings in English, in your real life? Maybe you think, I don't know enough words. I feel something, but I can't explain it. I forget everything when I try to speak. These thoughts are normal. Many people feel this way. But here is something simple and powerful. You don't need many words. You need a few that you can use well. And you need a simple way to build your sentences. Today, I will show you several easy ways to describe your feelings step by step. Not in a textbook, but in real moments, when you wake up, when something unexpected happens, when you remember something. These are the moments where feelings appear and where English can grow. We will explore a few simple ways that you can use every day, ways that fit your life, ways that don't feel heavy, so you can practice even if you are busy, even if you only have a few minutes. If this is helping you, you can support the channel with a like and continue learning with me. Now, let's begin with the first simple way. Way number 1. Connect your feeling to a specific moment. Many learners say only, I feel weird, I feel bad, but this is not clear. Your feeling becomes stronger when you connect it to a moment, a real situation. Let me show you. Listen. I felt a quiet kind of pressure when everyone was waiting for me to answer. Now, repeat with me slowly. I felt a quiet kind of pressure when everyone was waiting for me to answer. Again, I felt a quiet kind of pressure when everyone was waiting for me to answer. Good. This is not a common sentence, but maybe you know this feeling. A moment when people look at you and you need to speak. Now another one. Listen. I felt a sudden wave of relief when the noise finally stopped. Repeat. I felt a sudden wave of relief when the noise finally stopped. Again. I felt a sudden wave of relief when the noise finally stopped. Very nice. You see what we are doing? We take a feeling and we connect it to a moment. This helps your brain remember the sentence, and it helps you speak with more detail. Now imagine your own moment. Maybe you missed a call. Maybe you finished something difficult. You can say, I felt a bit uneasy when I saw the missed call. Or, I felt light after I finished that task. Say it with me. I felt light after I finished that task. Again, I felt light after I finished that task. Very good. You don't need to be perfect. Just describe one moment, one feeling. That is enough. Even a few seconds of practice can help you more than you think. You are building your emotional vocabulary, step by step. Now, let's continue with another powerful way. Way number 2. Describe the feeling with a small image. Sometimes, feelings are not easy to explain, but images can help. Simple comparisons, not complicated, just something you can imagine. Let me show you. Listen. I felt like my thoughts were moving in slow motion. Now, repeat with me. I felt like my thoughts were moving in slow motion. Again. I felt like my thoughts were moving in slow motion. Good. This gives a picture. You can imagine it. Now another one. Listen. I felt like I was carrying something heavy, even though nothing happened. Repeat. I felt like I was carrying something heavy, even though nothing happened. Again, I felt like I was carrying something heavy, even though nothing happened. Very nice. These are not very common sentences, but they are real. People feel this way, and now you can say it in English. Let's try one more. Listen. I felt like the day was too full even before it started. Repeat. I felt like the day was too full even before it started. Again, I felt like the day was too full even before it started. Good. Now, try to think about your own feeling. Maybe in the morning, maybe in the afternoon. You can say, I felt like my mind was somewhere else. Repeat with me. I felt like my mind was somewhere else. Again, I felt like my mind was somewhere else. Perfect. When you use images, your English becomes more expressive, more natural, more human. And remember, you don't need many, just a few that you repeat and understand. This is how you grow. Slowly, but strongly. Now, let's move to the next way. Way number 3. Describe small emotional changes during the day. Your feelings are not the same all day. They change, little by little. And this is a great opportunity to practice English. Let me show you. Listen. At first, I felt a bit lost, but later I started to feel more focused. Now, repeat with me. At first, I felt a bit lost, but later I started to feel more focused. Again. At first, I felt a bit lost, but later I started to feel more focused. Very good. Now another one. Listen. I was feeling calm until something small made me feel irritated. Repeat. I was feeling calm until something small made me feel irritated. Again. I was feeling calm until something small made me feel irritated. Nice work. You see, these sentences show movement, a change, and this is very natural in real conversations. Now one more. Listen. I didn't notice it at first, but slowly I felt more comfortable. Repeat. I didn't notice it at first, but slowly I felt more comfortable. Again. I didn't notice it at first, but slowly I felt more comfortable. Very nice. Now think about your day. Maybe your feeling changed. Maybe something small affected you. You can say, I felt unsure in the beginning, but now I feel more relaxed. Say it with me. I felt unsure in the beginning, but now I feel more relaxed. Again. I felt unsure in the beginning, but now I feel more relaxed. Great. This way helps you speak longer without using difficult words. You just connect two simple feelings, before and after. Now, I want to ask you something. Which way do you like the most so far? Connecting feelings to a moment, using a small image, or describing a change during the day? You can write your answer in the comments. I read them, and they help this channel grow. And stay with me, because the next part will help you use all of this in your real life in a very simple way. You are doing something important. Keep going. Now, let's move to the next way. Way number 4. Use your real day as your emotional practice. Not in theory, not only in exercises, but inside your life, as it happens. Because your feelings are already there, you just need to notice them and give them simple English. Let me show you. Imagine you are in a place where everything feels a little too quiet. Not peaceful, just empty. You can say, I feel a bit out of place, like I don't fully belong here. Now, repeat with me slowly. I feel a bit out of place, like I don't fully belong here. Again, I feel a bit out of place, like I don't fully belong here. Good. Now imagine a different moment. You finish something small, but it matters to you. Maybe no one sees it, but you do. You can say, I feel quietly proud, even if it's something small. Repeat, I feel quietly proud, even if it's something small. Again, I feel quietly proud, even if it's something small. Very nice. You see, these are not big events, they are small moments, but they are real, and this is where your English grows. Now, this way becomes even stronger when you turn it into small habits. Very small, very easy to do. For example, one simple habit is to pause for a few seconds and ask yourself, how do I feel right now? Then, answer in one sentence. Like, I feel slightly distracted because my mind is thinking about many things. Another small habit is to write 2 or 3 emotional sentences at night. Not a long diary, just short lines. For example, I felt a little disconnected in the afternoon. I felt calmer after I took a short walk. Then, you can read them again the next day and repeat them. Another habit is recording your voice for 1 minute. You can say, today I felt more focused than yesterday, but I also felt a bit tired. You listen to your own voice, and slowly you feel more comfortable speaking. Another small habit is using moments of waiting. Waiting for a message, waiting for something to load. Instead of silence, you describe your feeling. I feel a bit impatient because it's taking too long. And one more simple habit. Before you sleep, you remember one moment of the day. Just one. And you describe it. I felt surprisingly calm, even in a busy place. These small actions are not heavy. They don't need much time, but they create something powerful. Because now your feelings and your English are connected, and that is real fluency. Now, let's continue and go a little deeper with this idea, because something important is happening. You are not only learning words, you are learning how to notice your feelings in English. And this changes everything, because when you can describe your emotions, you don't stop. You continue speaking. You express more. You feel more confident. Let's try another example together. Imagine you are in a place where people are talking, but you don't feel part of the conversation. You can say, I feel slightly disconnected, even though I'm surrounded by people. Now, repeat with me. I feel slightly disconnected, even though I'm surrounded by people. Again, I feel slightly disconnected, even though I'm surrounded by people. Very good. Now, another moment. You are doing something new. You are not afraid, but not fully comfortable. You can say, I feel a quiet kind of tension, but I also feel curious. Repeat, I feel a quiet kind of tension, but I also feel curious. Again, I feel a quiet kind of tension, but I also feel curious. Nice work. You see, 2 feelings together. This is very natural. Real emotions are not simple, and your English can reflect that in a simple way. Now remember something very important. You don't need many sentences. You don't need to speak all day. Just a few moments with attention. When you feel something, you give it words. That is enough, more than enough. And little by little, your mind starts to think in English. Not all the time, but sometimes. And those small moments grow. So, when something happens today or tomorrow, pause for a second and ask yourself, how can I say this in English? Then answer slowly, simply. That is your practice. That is your progress. Now, let's bring everything together. Today, you learned how to describe your feelings in English. Not with complicated vocabulary, not with perfect grammar, but with real, simple expressions. You connected feelings to moments. You used small images. You described emotional changes. And you brought all of this into your daily life. So here is your simple idea, your secret sentence for today. Give your feelings simple English in real moments. That's it? Let me show you how this looks in everyday life. When you wake up, how do I feel right now? I feel a bit slow, but calm. When something unexpected happens, I feel a little confused because I didn't expect this. When you take a short break, I feel lighter after a few minutes of rest. Small moments, small sentences, but they create something powerful. Now I want you to see yourself in a different way. You are not just learning English. You are learning how to express yourself, your thoughts, your emotions, your inner world, and that is something very special. And I want to tell you something. I am proud of you because you are here, you are listening, you are practicing, and that matters more than you think. If you want to continue improving, you can subscribe to Daily English Whisper. We will keep building your English step by step together. My name is Max. Thank you for sharing this moment with me, and I will see you in the next episode. Take care and keep expressing your feelings, one simple sentence at a time.